I invite you out to dinner. Are you paying?
I have before. I done had a woman invite me out and I paid before. Um, I mean that's just me. That's just me. I don't get mad when dudes say that. Hey man, I don't want to pay because you the one that asked me out. I don't really get upset about that. But I have though, and
You have got upset or you have
no,
paid?
I paid. I
Okay.
paid.
So do you think it's okay for women to just ordinary think that the man's supposed to pay for a dinner date or for any date, any time you go out?
Yeah, I do think that it shouldn't be expected if she asks him out on a
Mhm.
date. It shouldn't be expected that he automatically got to pay.
Mhm.
It shouldn't be automatic because I've been with women that asked me out on a date and they paid for the date.
Mhm.
I done asked a woman out on a date and she have offered to split the bill.
Mhm.
You know, it's gonna all depends on what kind of woman you dealing with and who she is and how much she like you.
But as a man, are you comfortable with paying having her pay for your dinner, even if she asks you out? Because there's some men who are not comfortable with doing that. Even when the woman offers, he'll say, "No, put your money away. I got this."
I,
So,
yeah, I get it. I mean, I've done that, but I ain't finna twist your arm though. I mean, I ain't finna. No, I ain't gonna twist your arm. But I will, offer like, hey, I break out my card first or my money first, and if she, no, 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 I got this. I ask you out. I'm gonna pay. You know, um, I think it's okay. I think it's okay,
okay.
especially when you getting to know somebody,
Hmm.
especially when, I mean, y'all in the very, very infant stages of getting to know one another. I
What
think it's good.
What about for the very first date? Like y'all been talking, and she just say, "Hey, let's go out to dinner
Hmm.
Friday," and you say, "Sure." In your mind, are you expecting to pay for dinner?
Yeah, I already have it to where, um, in my mind, I think that I'll probably end up paying for the dinner,
Mm-hmm.
but now you ain't finna be having me take me out. You ain't finna be trying to get me to take you to some, level 5 restaurant or something like that.
5 star. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
So long as the restaurant is reasonably priced, you're okay with paying for the dinner as because she asked. So even though she asked
Just
you
a
to go out.
regular dinner, because I'm gonna look at it like this. Hey man, I'm gonna go out and have dinner or whatever, and that's just gonna be my company. That's how I'm gonna look at it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not looking at it as I mean, if you're broke, if you ain't got no money, that's gonna matter a whole lot. I mean, if you the type of dude that's living on a strict budget and your ass cheeks meeting your elbows, it's gonna be tight. I mean, you ain't gonna be wanting to hear, hey, I want to go. We need to go out on Saturday. I want you to go out with me on Saturday, and I want you to pay for it or whatever. You ain't gonna want to hear that.
Well, I personally think that no one should go on a date without being able to pay for the date. Because if just like a woman, if you go out with the man and you ask him out and he's unable to pay for the date, assuming that you would pay for the date because you asked him out and then you don't have no money either. I would not accept the date and go out to a date with a guy that I could not afford to pay for. I want to make
Man.
sure that I'm good, even if I only have to pay for my meal.
Hmm.
So I think that when you go out as a man, you should not go out on a date with a woman if you can't afford to pay for it. And as a woman, you shouldn't accept a date or ask a man out on a date if you can't pay for it. Now, I'm not saying you should pay for it or you shouldn't. I'm just saying for two people to even go out together, I think both people should be able to pay for the date
Nah,
just in case something
yeah.
happened.
I mean, it's a lot of women go out on dates and don't got no
Oh,
money.
I
I
agree
mean,
with you
especially
100%.
when
They
they
go out
don't,
to date
yeah,
just to get a meal.
when
They
they
go
don't
out to,
like,
yeah. But what happens if that guy get up and go to the bathroom and you're stuck there with that check? That restaurant ain't gonna want to hear you waiting on your date to come back and pay for the
They
dinner.
gotta
So
charge you
I
to the
think the
game.
appropriate thing for yourself to do is don't accept the date if you can't afford to pay for it. Period. Either one. We ain't going to that place.
You
I'm not
mean?
going out on a date with you. If
Mm-hmm.
I don't have my own money,
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going on a date with you. I don't care where you taking me. You can take. So there are guys that will say, I'm gonna take you out to dinner, and then may not like the way you look or your attitude or something about you, and decide to skip out on a check, and then took you to a 5-star restaurant, or because you've asked to go to a 5-star restaurant, like he say, where you want to go, and then you tell him you want to go to a 5-star restaurant, and he goes there and he let you order, let you do all that, and sit there and eat with you and have a good time, and tell you I'll be back, and go to the bathroom, and he skips out, and then you're sitting there.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
Yeah.
More than you would think.
Yes.
I mean, I had a dude tell me one time. I think I seen this video where the guy goes to the restaurant.
Mhm.
They meet for the first time. Now.
Mhm.
The dude show up at the restaurant, and the girl is sitting there. He see the girl outside, and he just dipped. And the girl said, "Well, my date didn't show up." And dude was like, "Well, I couldn't blame him." And I'm like, "Come on, man. Come on. Even if I go on a date and because let's be honest, that's how most people meet
Mhm.
online and be the first time. A lot of times the pictures don't show you what they look like in real life. So when you get
Agreed.
you see them in real time, then they may not
meet your expectations.
exactly.
Mhm.
So man, charge that to the game. Just charge it to the game. You're gonna have to sit through this date. You're gonna have to spend money on a date you don't want to be. And so you might as well just, man, go and chalk it up to the game, because and you can't be a slime ball all your life, man.
Well,
You just
most men
can't.
don't think that being a slime ball, they feel like they were deceived. So if you were sending me pictures and you have different pictures posts, and then when I see you, you
Well,
misrepresented.
not different pictures. They could be the pictures, but the pictures, you know how it is. Sometimes a person
Either way, the pictures were old pictures when you were younger, or when you were smaller, or the pictures were different.
No. The pictures are the pictures of you. You just look worse than the pictures. I mean, the pictures look good, but you in person don't look as good as your pictures.
Okay.
That happens more often than not.
But either way, that's still a form of deception to the person, whether it's the male or the female, because women have went out with men and they don't look the way they looked on their pictures either, and yes, that's you, but you don't look like that in person. So when a person feels like they've been deceived, that person may say, well, I don't want to sit through a date with you. I don't want to sit all here with you all night, because I don't find you attractive and this ain't going nowhere. So I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to spend my money on you. No, I can be doing something else with my time. Time is valuable, something you can't get back. So with that being said, that person may not want to sit through it. I know you say if a guy does that, he's a slime ball. But what about the women that say, I'm going to the bathroom and dip too, and then go to a girlfriend and say, girl, you should have saw him. I was not sitting in there with him.
Yeah.
Not even for a 5-star meal.
Well, the same thing goes for them. The same thing goes for them. I don't want to use the,
But I don't think that we should say that person is a slime ball. I think the person should at least say to the person, hey, I don't want to eat dinner now. I don't think this is going to work out, and I don't want to eat dinner.
Man, damn that, man. You a slime ball. That's all it boils down to.
I don't think you should be forced to sit there and eat dinner with somebody that you're not interested in.
That's bullshit.
I'll
be honest with you. Yeah,
no,
it is, because
absolutely.
Listen, y'all been talking. That's part of the game. That's part of the game, and you shouldn't. I don't think you should stand somebody up, because, hey man, what go around come around.
I didn't say stand them up, because you were telling them, hey, I don't want to go through with the dinner. I could have looked inside and saw you and turn around. But I did sit down with you, and I said to you, hey, I don't think this is going to work out. I don't want to waste your money or my time. So let's just not do dinner. What's wrong with that? You have the right to refuse it.
Okay, I get that part. But that's not what homeboy said that he did. He said he looked in the restaurant. He didn't even go in. He just dipped.
Yeah, I know what you're saying, but I
get what you're saying. I mean, I would have more respect for somebody who did that.
Mm-hmm.
Just go in there and just say, sorry for wasting your time. I don't,
But men are more visual.
Yeah.
So when they already have an image of what you look like in their head, and they look into the restaurant and see you don't meet those expectations because maybe you didn't put your best foot forward for that date. Because I try to figure out why your pictures look so much different than you look in person, unless you done put a whole bunch of filters on them. Because I mean, when you come in
There's plenty
person,
of time
you should look better than your pictures.
Sometimes they just don't work like that. Sometimes the camera can do things that when you see in real life, you just not necessarily you make it do. It's just you take better pictures than you look in person.
But it shouldn't be that drastic that you just don't want to be around the person.
It don't take much to throw it off, though. Your nose is bigger than what I thought it would be, or some shit like that. It don't take much, man. I mean, some might be attractive, some might be unattractive to you, so you don't know. That's why
I think that you should have the right to refuse a date with someone for whatever reason. Like in the beginning of the date, if it just doesn't work, I think if it's not working for you, I think you should refuse to date rather than take the dip out on a person.